Hey guys, welcome back to Food Alley. Today we're in Burton Chase Park, the largest park in Marina del Rey to celebrate New Year's Eve. This location is known to hold New Year's events called Glow Party, where they have fun family-friendly activities such as face paintings, DJ music, dancing, and food trucks. You can also celebrate New Year countdowns with fireworks at 9 p.m. for the East Coast, and again at midnight for the West Coast. You might be wondering, where are the rest of the New York videos? Don't worry, they're still coming out very soon. Because I came back to LA to spend the New Year's Eve here, I don't want to go too long without posting a New Year video. So here we are. So anyway, this is the story of the first thing I eat in 2024. But to find out what it is, we have to rewind back to December 31st at 11 p.m. Exactly an hour before New Year's Eve. We were starving as soon as we get to the park. Though the New Year decorations were really nice, we made it our mission to hunt for the food trucks first. The thing is, out of 5 food trucks at the park, 4 of them are Mexican food. Now, I love Mexican food, but I would prefer some variety of choices, and every truck has 5 yards long of a line. Eventually, we made our stop at this truck called Cali Caribbean. Here's the menu online for you to see. They have some fusion Caribbean cuisine. So we patiently wait in line for what seems to be half an hour to make our order. At 11:30 p.m, while waiting for our food, we headed back to the park to join the people in the New Year spirit. Check out these trees with all the lights. They say you gotta come to Burton Chase Park once for New Year Eve, and I totally agree. The DJ got the crowd moving and people were dancing everywhere. At around 11:50 p.m, we received a text message saying that our food is ready, so we started heading back to the truck. And guess what? As soon as I gave the food truck my order number, he said he has some bad news for us. Somebody took our food. The food truck is willing to make us another order, we just have to wait a bit longer. My friend was hungry and furious. He curses whoever stole our food should have bad luck for the entire year of 2024. I said that might be a bit too dramatic. Half a year is enough. At 11:55, we rush us back to the park so we don't miss any fireworks action. People already gather around the harbor because that's the best view for the fireworks. And thank God there's still space for us to squeeze in. After a few minutes of anticipation, the new year has finally come.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Happy New Year!
And just like that, a new year has begun. If you're still watching up to this point, thank you so much for your support. I wish you a very happy new year. May 2024 be filled with luck and prosperity for both you and your family. Now that the fireworks are over, I gotta go back to the truck to check on my food. Thankfully this time, nobody took it. It is now 6 past midnight, making this officially our very first food in 2024. We ordered a jerk chicken with fries and a surf and turf bowl. Way to start the new year with. It's actually a very good thing that our food came out just now. Since everyone was leaving, we have all the tables and seats for ourselves. We could also just sit here and enjoy our food while people were lining up to get out of the parking lot. The only thing was that it got really cold into the night, especially when you're right next to the ocean, but thankfully, the food is here to keep us warm. This is not the best jerk chicken I've had. The chicken is tender, but it lacks in spices. But when you consider this to be a type of comfort street food, it is just enough. And I can't even speak much for the surf and turf bowl. The shrimp is really bland, it's almost like boiled shrimp. and the flavor of the beef brisket along with the rice, they're just not there yet. I would not recommend this for 23 bucks. Disappointed with our first meal of 2024, we decided to drive all the way to Rowland Heights in the morning to get some dim sum to redeem ourselves. Or should I say, redeem some. There's little to no traffic on the highway today, which is a blessing of a New Year day. After a 30 minutes drive, we arrived Rowland Heights, aka the Chinatown of East LA. This right here is Diamond Plaza. It has all of the Chinese restaurants you could ask for. However, the highlight of this location would be New Capital Seafood Restaurant, where they specialize in dim sum and other traditional Chinese dishes, especially Southern Chinese food. Almost half of the second floor of this plaza belong to the restaurant. But no matter how big the restaurant is, the New Year line is insane. We had to wait all the way outside to all the way in. After a total of 30 minutes of wait time, we finally got a table for ourselves. When you see the round tables with white cloth and food carts going around, you know you're in it for an authentic dim sum place. This restaurant is officially packed. There is 0 seats open and they do not take reservations. They do have a menu for you to look at, but you just need to pick whatever you want from these food carts. We got started with this shrimp rice roll, fried sesame balls with mung bean paste in the center, and you cannot have dim sum without some tea. This is daisy flower tea. If you take a look inside, they look like a cluster of boiled flowers. But trust me, they're super hearty and good for your health. A few more cars went by and we were able to fill up the table with different dishes. If these are not enough to redeem the food from last night, I don't know what is. So let's feast. These rice rolls are always my favorite go-to dim sum order. They're soft and soaked with the flavor of sweet soy sauce. Same with these shumais, and according to the Cantonese tradition, you eat these by themselves, not with any dipping sauce. The meat is very succulent and juicy. One of the best ways to judge a Chinese restaurant is from their veggie stir fry. It is fresh, garlicky, definitely a 10 out of 10. We also ordered some hot porridge. This is also a classic dim sum dish. It comes with bits and pieces of century eggs and pork. Some other recommendations would be these beef tripes, and my favorite, the chicken feet. But since the name scares some people off, we simply call them phoenix claws. And of course, you cannot skip these hargao with a giant piece of shrimp inside. If you want to be filled up, check out this pork sticky rice wrapped up in a lotus leaf. I would recommend sharing it because it might be a little bit too much for one person. Oh, and did I mention these braised pork ribs? Believe me, these would be some of the best ribs you'll ever have. It just melts in your mouth with flavors, and look at that. My friend even had trouble picking it up because of how tender it is. We have some pastries for dessert. This one right here is some sort of sweet sponge rice cake. It has the chewy, bouncy texture, almost like a sponge. This here is a sweet pie that looks like a mushroom. There's sweet mung bean filling on the inside. For the food, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. This place is a true classic dim sum gem that you have gotta try. You might find the service a little hasty and lackluster here, but it's just how it is in a dim sum spot. They're always very busy. 7 out of 10. For the setting, though busy, the tables are huge and seats are comfy. If you're lucky enough, you'll get one of the tables nearby the big windows for a great view. 8 out of 10. The bill came out around $25 per person, which is really good for the amount of food that we order, which brings an overall score of a solid 8. After dim sum, my friends took me to this warehouse where they sell tons of snacks imported from mainland China. I got some of the interesting looking snacks, some of which I've had as a kid, a few packs of ramens, and a soda can that my friend warns me I might regret once I drink it. Not sure why. I've never done a reaction video before, but I kinda want to for these snacks. Let me know if you wanna see something like that for content. That's it for today, folks. We're going to head back to New York videos next week. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know which restaurants I should try and review next. And until then, I'll see you next time.